Welcome to Focus Garage. Today we're gonna do a little different video. This video is gonna be like a 5-minute. We're gonna talk about Miata. We're not just gonna talk about the new Miata. We're gonna talk about the NA, NB, NC, and ND Miata, and we're gonna try to do this in 5 minutes. We're gonna say one positive, one negative. Give a little bit of backstory, and then we're gonna be like thumbs up, thumbs down, what we think about each Miata.
Yeah.
So you want to start, Mike?
All right, let's get right into it. Like we said, 5 minutes here, whole thing.
Right.
So, NA Miata. What that is that's the first generation Miata. What Mazda wanted to do is they wanted to bring a cheap, affordable, fun-to-drive sports car. They looked at a lot of different configurations here. They looked at front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, mid-engine, front engine, everything like that. And what they settled on was the perfect sports car configuration. They had a front-engine, rear-wheel drive vehicle. The Miata was very well received because it came in very, very cheap with price, but it was still a classic sports car formula. Some pluses about it was that the car was very, very light, very affordable, and people kind of dug the looks of it. It looked kind of like a classic British roadster kind of car. One of the biggest downsides, though, was the power. This car struggled to hardly make over 100 horsepower, so for someone looking for something fast to drive, it didn't really quite capture that. However, you had a cornering vehicle, that could handle really well and was affordable to be had.
Yeah, let's talk about the second generation. After the huge success of the first generation NA, Mazda come up with the NB, which was more handsome. It was more aerodynamics. Unfortunately, lost the pop-up headlights, and it gained 300 pounds. Those are the negative side about it, but the one positive thing is that they had the Mazda Speed version, the Mazda Speed Miata version, which was a turbocharged 1.8 and was making 180 horsepower, which was like you get this like really good handling car, and it's making good power, not that fast, and it could handle, and it was still light. It was 2,300 pounds. So that was the NB Miata. Let's talk about the third generation.
All right, so coming right off of the NB, you've got the NC. This is often called the forgotten generation of Miata just because it is such a departure from the NA and the NB. For this year, Mazda completely changed the chassis of the vehicle as well as the appearance of the vehicle. So the NA and the NB look kind of similar. This car is distinguishingly different from the other two. As with kind of modern vehicles, this car did gain a lot of weight from the previous generation, but it added even more premium features. This car is very, tech-friendly with you. It's got projector HID headlights, more safety features, everything like that, and also more engine options. Turbocharged engine stayed around here, and more power was added to the car. So this is also, it's evolving, but at the same time, kind of scared people because it was a little bit different. Not quite the Miata they've always known and loved, so it wasn't as well received as the other two generations.
So after their experiment with the luxury roadster, they went back to their root, and they're like, we want to make this next generation ND as close as possible to the NA. So they went into the drawing board, and they come up with a bunch of drawings, like designs, and the final result is you can see this really handsome car. I lost a lot of weight. It's around 2,300 pounds, so it's like as heavy as an NB. I mean, with all the regulation safety stuff, it's a pretty light car.
Yeah.
And also it lost the power. It doesn't have the turbocharged engine anymore. It's making less power than the NC. So there's another Mazda Miata that it's not Mazda Miata. It's a Fiat 124.
The Fiata.
Yeah, Fiata Bart, which is my favorite. I think if I was in the market for buying a Miata, I would be looking at that more than the ND. One, it has a turbocharged engine, and it's a little bit good looking car than the Mazda Miata. And the Abarth noises, the Abarth is the best, to me, is the best sounding 4-cylinder engine that it just from the factory.
The crackles and the car. Yeah, it's a good sounding car.
So that's a quick review about the Mazda, get you guys up to speed about the history and what the current generation is. So let's go back to the beginning and give thumbs up and thumbs down for the cars.
All right, so we'll cover the opposite car. So what do you think of the NA?
NA is a great car. I love the pop-up headlights. I love the lightweight, but the power, it doesn't have much power.
Would you own it? And thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs down. I mean, thumbs up. Fuck. What a NB.
All right, so I'm going to hit that with a thumbs up right away. I would also own that. A couple different things I like about that. I like what the car stands for. Still cheap, affordable, fun to drive.
Yeah.
They added the turbo for, even more fun choo-choo noises. And the only thing I dislike about it is the lack of flip of headlights. I think that was very signature with the first gen.
That's true.
NC.
NC is a thumbs down. Even though it's like a more luxury, it just lost its way. It's not the original, roadster, lightweight and quick car. It's a heavy car for what it is. So I'm gonna give it a thumbs down, unfortunately. But if you're in the market for picking up a Mazda Miata, NC is the bargain it's the bargain one. So if you're okay with it, you should pick it up. So what do you think about the ND?
All right, so coming right off the NC, I think the ND is a great improvement on that car. I like that they went more back to the roots with that there, kind of offering what the Miata originally stand for. The car cut weight kind of became more driver-centric. So I definitely give it a thumbs up. I think it's a good-looking car. And if we lived in an area where something like that year-round was more practical, I'd probably be entertaining the idea of a vehicle like that.
Yeah. So I think we're like 10 or 20 seconds over 5 minutes. We
make the rules. We could break the rules.
Yeah, sure. We made it. So that'll cover up the Mazda Miata. And if you guys want us to cover another car, let us know in the comments and make sure to share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for the 1,000 subscriber. We made it. I will be making the video that I promised pretty soon this weekend, actually.
Blow up the tires, blow up the clutch, blow up the car.
Focus Fest. We're going to do it at the Focus Fest.
Yeah, so thanks for watching this kind of video. This is something new that we wanted to try. We think it'd be fun to kind of challenge ourselves. We're always saying that we're automotive enthusiasts, but, talking about different cars and kind of going outside of our comfort realm there is something that, will really kind of teach us something, teach you guys something. So this is definitely very user-generated, so let us know in the comments below what cars you'd like to see us do kind of a quick review on, the different generations. Would we buy it? Would we not buy it? Things like that. That's pretty much going to wrap this one up, right?
Yeah, we're done. Kudos to all.
Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.